The Tundra TRD PRO is Toyota's Raptor. I'll include a link to the Orem Toyota's website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood is a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 hybrid that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around town, 20 on the highway, with power outputs being 437 horsepower and then 583 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. TRD PRO on either side of the hood and just a muscular design in general. You got the teardrop effect with the lights, and the TRD PRO does get the upgraded Tundra headlights. We also have marker lights because this is over 80 inches wide like a Raptor, a light bar, Heritage Toyota logo, fog lights too. No recovery points, but you know, you gotta take what you can get, I suppose. Tire and wheel setup is 285 by 65 by 18. You can see you've got the Pro wheels completely blacked out. They're BBS forged wheels. And apparently now you can get a camo delete or something on the fender flares, so they're giving you a little bit more with options there. Blacked out mirror cap. You can see the door handles are also blacked out. This comes with Fox shocks. It's coil sprung in the front and in the rear, solid rear axle. But yeah, Fox shocks, not the same as the Raptor, but also they're the same company of shocks. Now the TRD PRO only comes with the crew cab and the shorter bed. You can't get a long bed, at least as of right now. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock, tailgate drop down, Toyota logo down front. We've got an outlet in the bed, LED lights, and then a composite setup here with cargo tie-down sliders. And I think this has the auto up function. Yep, you just kick the tailgate a little bit and it'll pop up for you. Got that little button to lower down the tailgate on the side, TRD PRO decal there, and then we've got some parking sensors in the bumper. And there's also blacked out exhaust tips, the TRD exhaust, so it's a little bit louder. I mean, you can hear it, but it's still a V6. That will cap things off for the exterior of the Pro. This week's giveaway is all about muscle and luxury with two Cadillac V cars, the first of which is a CT5V Blackwing and the second is an Escalade V. Both these have supercharged V8s producing nearly 700 horsepower each. They also have tons of luxury and modern technology to match. Not only can you win both of these cars, but part of the giveaway is also $73,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes, and your donations go to help children's and veterans charities. Use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus tickets on any donation, $25 or more. Let's now check out the interior. You've got red stitching with the blacked out trim, all soft touch. More of that with the seats, again perforated trim all down the center. There's no under seat storage because of the hybrid. Legroom here in the back is solid. Now you can get the 26 with the isodynamic seats as an option. And then we've got cup holders, USB ports, a full power outlet, and then headroom. The Tundra's a little bit tighter. Let's now check out the front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Down below we've got our button to power fold in those mirrors, memory seats, and then you've got more soft touch and stitching on the armrest and everything. 1380 for the payload capacity, which is similar to a Raptor. TRD PRO there on the seat, again perforated all down the center. Power adjustments with lumbar support on the side. Fancy finish on the pedals, and then we've got some buttons up above for like the heated steering wheel to turn on the outlet, your TRD light bar up front too. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you've got the marker at the top, TRD there at the bottom, perforated trim all around. Practical controls like your adaptive cruise control, lane departure on the front face, volume and voice command controls as well. And then with the gauge cluster itself, it's fully digital, so you can change the information that's displayed depending on what you're looking for. And then it'll also display the different drive modes too. 360 camera system, really good resolution with the whole setup. And pop through to different viewpoints with that. There's even this nice off-road view. As for the rest of the infotainment system, you've got a shortcut bar there on the side. It responds pretty quickly, but you can see here in the middle of the day there's a bit of glare on the screen. Below that we've got physical buttons for the dual zone climate, your heated and ventilated seats. Tailgate drop down, this has a rear diff lock. We also have stability control, turn that on or off, your camera view button, and then your trailer backup assistant. Auto hold with your parking brake too. Wireless phone charging pad, we've got our shifter for the 10-speed automatic, some cup holders behind all of that. Part-time four-wheel drive system with a 2-speed transfer case. This also has your drive mode select, tow haul, your crawl control, and your multi-terrain select. Little center console kind of storage area. You've got the window too. Some USB ports inside and kind of nice rugged trim on top. Toyota there above the glove box, and then this has a camera rear view mirror. The entire window in the back goes down. with the Tundra, and then we have a panoramic sunroof. Pricing on this, $75,529. Let's see how this Tundra performs. TRD Pro. Toyota's doing the Toyota thing where they just make slight changes to their vehicles as the years progress. I think the biggest benefit of the new Tundras is just having the bigger fuel tank as standard. That is huge, if you ask me. Now, the isodynamic seats that are going to be available on the TRD Pro, I don't know about that. It's not been popular in the Tacoma TRD Pro. Like, trail hunters outsell TRD Pro Tacomas in terms of like the rate at which they leave the dealership lot, simply because of the seats. Simply because of the seats. So, I mean, obviously Toyota just kind of, if you don't know, with their production method, they just kind of build vehicles and send them to dealers. Dealers can kind of request certain things. There's only so much that they can do. They just get vehicles. So we'll see what happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see like some TRD Pro Tundras sitting on dealer lots because they have those seats and because people are waiting for one that doesn't have them to come in. Maybe I'm wrong. The Tundra does have a little bit more space in the back, but we'll see. Time will tell. And obviously when one pops in that I can review, we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at the space and everything. I got enough free time. I got enough free time to make it work. So, this is smooth. Tons of torque. Pretty insulated. It doesn't have double pane windows, but they're still pretty decently thick glass, so it's got some level of insulation to it. And I will soon be daily driving this powertrain in the LX, and I'm kind of excited. You know, I do like this powertrain quite a bit. It's not a perfect engine, but the hybrid gives you this nice low-end push. And then the V6, it's got pretty good power. It's got pretty good power overall. So, I don't know, I think as a whole package, it's not too bad, not too shabby. Compared to a regular Tundra, I wouldn't say the TRD Pro necessarily feels any more comfortable. I think that it's going to obviously provide more, you know, better compression over the bumps off-road, right? That's what these Fox shocks do. But on-road, I'm not really noticing a huge difference, huge benefit. That's the thing that always intrigues me about people that buy TRD Pros and never take them off-road. I understand the resale value is strong, so that's appealing. Man, that torque. So much torque. So I understand the resale value thing, but resale aside, you're paying a lot more money than what you'd pay for like a TRD off-road that looks great, or even an SR5, right? That is pretty much all the truck you actually need to have that TRD Pro badge. But I mean, Toyota's done such a good job selling people on the TRD Pro that yeah, people will do it. People will definitely pony up and pay. So to sum things up with the Toyota's Raptor, right? And you know, obviously I'll have comparisons down the road. People always get mad at me when I compare this to the Raptor, and it's like, well, same thing with Chevy with the ZR2. It's their top dog. And the price point this is at, it's not quite as expensive as the Raptor. So yeah, it technically competes against a Tremor price-wise. But it's close. I mean, you can get a base Raptor for 80, 75. And an RHO you can get at this price point. So it's right there. There's price overlap. See, the ZR2 Silverado goes over the Raptors. I mean, you can get a ZR2 Silverado in the 80s. So it's definitely up there price-wise. So people are going to compare them. Maybe you're not comparing them because you feel like they're not comparable, but people will compare them. And I think that Toyota should understand that, and you know, if Toyota came out with like an actual like wide body Tundra, they made a concept and they just never followed through with it, it would sell. It would sell. We all know it. I mean, Toyota sell, right? They just do. But that would really sell. Like if someone, and if they get this turbo V6 figured out, which, you know, they're obviously they're working. If they get this fully figured out, where it's an engine that can go 500,000, 1 million miles, you put that in a vehicle that's a wide body with long travel, like I said, it'll sell. People would pay 90 grand for that. 37-inch tall tires, Toyota reliability, wide body, people pay 90 grand for that. Easy. That's 15 grand over this. So Toyota, chop chop.